I think a lot of the discussion today has covered a lot of the points that we raised in 5. So is there anybody else who wants to raise anything against question 5, which is how can we encourage business development, more B1 uses, which cover light industrial and offices, in studios and workshops into the area, and support skills which match local employment opportunities? Does anyone have comments to make on that?
I think requiring them as part of development, but the City Council helping the developer to understand what it is that they would like to see delivered. So obviously, affordable business space is something that you promote, but it's something which is, often shrouded in mystery, and the developer, if he's drawing up a planning application and he's up against time constraints, where is that help coming from the City Council to say, look, I'm willing to deliver some ancillary affordable business space, but I don't know who it's for, how to design it. So it's just ensuring that there's that help on hand to encourage developers as part of planning policy to deliver that type of space.
I'm not sure what sort of help you want. I mean, sorry, which hat are you wearing at the moment?
City of Westminster property division. So,
right. Okay. So you're talking on behalf of the City Council.
Yeah, I mean it's a specific.
But you're not, because you're an advisor.
Yes, that's right.
The position is that we, that's the team here, two of them here, economic development side, will be looking at this aspect of trying to help developers. But I'm not quite sure what you, and you two really, want from City Council, because we are not going to enter into your businesses.
No.
You've got to come and say, we'd like this, but there's a bit of a block here, can you help us? And I think that's where we can probably help you, because we, these two guys, myself, can talk to the planners and say, look, here's a potentially viable scheme that will provide essentially what we're looking for, and we would really like to support this, which may help, I don't know. But that's where I see we can help you.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to do the groundwork and come to us and say, look, we'd really like to do this. And we may say, well, it's a waste of time or whatever.
But it is facilitating that the developers.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. It's useful, I think, to know on top of the work Matthew described earlier at Great Western Studios. We've worked extensively with the developers at Paddington Central and Paddington Basin to do just that, which is why they have provisions in their legal agreements and are currently building premises to the specification that effectively jointly developed with officers as you recommended to committee. And although the resources aren't huge, we certainly are prepared to offer that to anyone that wants to meet us halfway, as it were, so taking up your point, Councillor. So that's broadly what we have done. It's been with the market. We've said that's a positive requirement. What could you do? And it's a question of seeing where the discussions have taken us. And what would always encourage more people to come forward.
I totally understand and agree with the demand side of it, saying that we need to encourage more small businesses. I think possibly I could be misreading you, but what you're getting at is a lot of the large developers is outside of their comfort zone to provide small business premises. It's not an area they particularly understand or know a huge amount about. And so there is a risk that through very regimented planning guidelines, you're pushed into producing small business premises with no idea how to actually fill them, let them.
Yeah.
And then you have a risk of a white elephant where you've just got these empty premises there for long periods. And I think that the talk, the help that you're I hope you're alluding to, is just guidance about you're telling us that there is a demand for small businesses. Now point us in a direction. Let's go and find them.
There are examples in Paddington Basin where community space has been required, and it isn't necessarily the right community space. It continues to sit vacant, yet there's a huge waiting list for affordable business space. So it's finding a balance between
the space that's vacant is nursery accommodation.
And I think of the ground floor of Paddington Walk.
That's nursery accommodation.
That's the nursery.
And A1 shop.
An A1 shop.
And we've been happy to talk and continue to talk to the agents about whether they think we'll make it work.
I think it's just it's ensuring that absolutely, it is out of the comfort zone, and it's ensuring that if there's a certain type of community use that the City Council particularly wants to see, even in particular parts of North West Westminster, then it's ensuring that those discussions are held in advance so developers do have the potential to deliver that in a way that serves the local community as best as that space can.
I think there's also a misunderstanding that WPA, with great respect, is the big developers. We're really talking about potentially the smaller developer, almost one man and a boy operational type of thing. Because you haven't got that many big areas to develop in terms of that. So therefore, and also protect on Harrow Road, for example, you've probably got so many owners, so many freeholders that it won't be the big developer. So therefore, it's the small developer probably who's going to need the help more than your guys, because they will know that they can get £15 a square foot for whatever it may be, and they can do their viability studies on that very simply, and it can be done on the computer within seconds. So that's easy. The problem comes for Mr. Smith, who's bought a couple of properties in the Harrow Road because he thinks he can get a good return on it. It's doing nothing, he does nothing with it. They're the guys who we really need to help a lot. Having said that, we do have, I know, some small people, when I say small, not small in terms of property portfolios in WPOA, and they're the ones really who we could be of help to, rather than the land securities of this.